Hi everyone, it's Theresa from Theresa Holistic Tarot here with you, and we are going to be doing Capricorn for January 2022. So let's get started, okay? And okay, let me just put this down for a look at that. Okay, right, we're going to get started now, so let me clear the energy. Right, angels, spirits, guides, can we please have 3 energy cards for Capricorn for the month of January 2022? So, before I actually start reading the cards, can I just ask that if you're enjoying these videos which I've been putting up, would you please consider giving me a like or subscribing? I'd love that. And sharing, you know, to anyone who's got a similar interest, because I'm trying to widen my reach and reach more people, get my message to them, because I really am quite passionate about cards, which I do, but involving the therapeutic side of it as well. So it's a bit self-help. Right, first card up, not so brilliant, hostilities. So let's see where that's going to be lying. The second card is storm warning. Well, we're not getting off to a good start, are we, Capricorn? With 2 big challenging cards. But then we have the door to romance. So that's quite nice, and we'll see what's what. Now, hostilities can sometimes mean, I'll see what the tarots have to say for it, but it can often sometimes mean self-doubt, when I'm actually at war with myself, when I'm second guessing, when I'm saying, yes, I can. Oh, no, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I'm going to do it. No, I can't. I can't. I don't have the energy. Whatever. So it can be a form of like that, or it can actually be crosswords, breakdown communication, and sometimes a little bit of an unpleasant niggling energy, especially if it's in the workplace or even with family. Storm warning. This is often, it is always external, but it can often be the universe's way of pushing you out your comfort zone if you're stuck. So if you're stuck and you keep thinking or saying, do you know, I really would like to look for another job, and but don't do anything about it, something can come along and actually just trigger you into action. So it doesn't always have to be a bad card, although it can look a little bit frightening, because we like to be in control as human beings. We like to control our environment as much as we can. That's where we're comfortable. So when things go a bit, you know, whoopsie elsewhere, we don't like it. So let's see some clarifiers where we're going with this. Okay, so angel, spirits, guides, can we have some clarifiers for our lovely Capricornians, please? So clarifiers for Capricorn, we have hostilities, storm warning, and door to romance. And at least that's nice. We've got a nice opening door here, so there can be somebody waiting to step through, or it could be that you're finally you're ready to allow romance or love in, which is lovely. So let's just see what the tarot have to say. So angel, spirits, guides, can we have some clarifiers, please? So for hostilities, I've got the King of Wands. We have the Star. And we have the 4 of Cups. Storm warning. We have the 5, more hostilities. And we have the Empress right in the middle. We have the 9 of Pentacles, super. Door to romance is the Fool. The Chariot. And the 7 of Pentacles. Now I'm going to start the tarot reading, the tarot part of it, with the first card. Then I'm going to explain the middle, the centre, and then the end, because those 3 hold very pivotal positions and they influence the others. They've got, especially the Empress, because she's the core, and the last one, because this can be the culmination if certain ways are followed. Right, so let's start. King of Wands, hugely driven, hugely charismatic. He is a leader. And now you may not want to be led, so maybe that is why there's a bit of hostility coming in. But he has huge vision, huge drive, huge stamina. Can be charismatic, providing you're on the same page as him. But sometimes when you're not, it's not a very comfortable place to be. But very career focused, takes no prisoners. When he says he's going to achieve something, he achieves it. So look out for that. He's also Sagittarian. So you may have an energy of Sagittarius around you. Okay, I'm going to move to the Empress, the very core. So this is really important. The Empress is a fantastic energy to get in any reading. She's about the culmination of abundance. So no matter what's happening around, it's going to be absolutely fine. And sometimes even if you're pushed out of your comfort zone with the storm warning, she's saying, well, it's pushed you in the right direction. So it's about, sometimes that can now be redirection into where you're meant to actually manifest your dreams, your hopes, your ambitions. Okay. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles can indicate dissatisfaction. It can indicate that I'm fed up. Is this what I put all this effort into something? And it can also, it's in the romance column. So it could be you're fed up with previous relationships, you're fed up with your current relationship. You might be saying, I do all the work in this relationship, I'm sick of it. So it's a card of dissatisfaction, but Spirit would be saying to you, hang on in there. Hang on in there, because it is going to come right, it's going to pay off. So I'm just going to see, I think that might be better. No, you can't really see it now, can you? Let me just try and adjust this very slightly. I'm not liking this being so close to this light. Okay, so the card of dissatisfaction. We don't want to finish on that energy, so we'll need to follow advice from Spirit to see how can I avoid being stuck in this energy. Now, we've got the Star here. The Star is a beautiful card. It's a card of being insightful, of having the way made clear to you. So where are the hostilities coming from? Where are the words, the breakdown of communication? Because this is, the King of Wands can also be career, about passion. As I said, he's very driven. So it can be that somebody, especially a Sagittarian energy, is pushing and you're pushing against. So whether this is right or wrong, come what may, I'm going to go back to the Empress. I know that it will come right. But in the meantime, this can be an uncomfortable place to be, because I've also got the Five of Swords. Now, I'm jumping to the Five of Swords because I need to show you that although this King of Wands, now this can although it's a card of Sagittarius, it could represent you, Capricorn, because it can be you having the attributes of this king. And the attributes, as what I've already mentioned, very driven, having a big vision, big, having that drive, having that push, having that vision, and trying to take other people along. He's very charismatic, so he normally can win people over. But when I'm seeing it surrounded by hostility, it can be that your drive, your vision is not going down well with other people. So you might be trying to carry them along and they're having none of it. They don't share the same vision. And that's pretty common. Interestingly enough, so I would say that you are the victor here. This is the card of winners and losers, but you're very much the winner. You will win this one. And so although hostilities sees you on guard and ready to defend and ready to stand up for yourself and ready to fight your position, you will win this. Very much you will win it. What I would say, be very careful to a certain degree. How far do you want to take it? Because you may see somebody off in the process and lose a friend. It's entirely up to you. You have free will. You may think the friend isn't worth keeping anyway. So we have the Star. We have the Star's lovely. As I say, it's that guiding light. It's having that internal knowing that I'm on the right track. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter that my boss isn't always agreeing with me. It doesn't matter my husband, my wife isn't agreeing with me. I know what I need to do, what I want to do. I know what I need to make something work. So it really is a card that's very powerful, especially in the face of opposition, of maintaining your equilibrium, keeping your balance, not going off kilter just because other people are not agreeing with you. It's about balance. You can see the 7 stars here. They represent the 7 other chakras. But it's a lovely card. And the way will be made clear to you. Your next steps will be made obvious, especially in a career sense. It will become apparent to you which direction you need to go in. Now, I've got the 4 of Cups here. And the 4 of Cups can be a little bit of a modelling energy. It can be telling me that you're going to have an opportunity, a divine opportunity, but you may be so focused elsewhere that you miss the opportunity because you're concentrating down there. That can be when you're being sidetracked by controversy, sidetracked by people arguing, sidetracked by other people's words, even though you may be giving all your energy in winning something, in winning people over, in convincing them this is the way to go, this is what to do, how to do it. Don't take your eye off the ball, because you could well miss an opportunity if you do. Right, so we have as well the 9 of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles are not just about money. They do cover finances, but it's wealth, health, happiness. So the wealth part of it is job, career, finances. Health is your mental, your spiritual, your physical and psychological well-being. And this can often be hard won, because this is entering a period of huge stability and actually knowing that things are beginning to pan out. The 9 of Pentacles is in fact a lesser wish card, but it's still a wish card. And it's said that the only reason it's not one of the perfect wish cards is because the person's alone in the garden. But you will get your garden. And it's saying that you will know peace of mind. Your efforts have paid off. All this hassle, this fighting, this controversy, it's all going to come right. It's all going to pay off. You're going to be entering a period of massive abundance. The Empress, unlike the Magician, who is the concept guy, I always say this, but it's true, he would be encouraging you to get it out of your head and begin to actually do the actions for manifestation. She delivers. She delivers the abundance. She's also a huge symbol of fertility. She's very much the Earth Mother card. And yet I'm feeling this is a very masculine energy. And it's not just because of the fighting either. But I'm feeling this is very much energetically for Capricorns this month. It feels like a very masculine, divine masculine energy, which means action, which means doing stuff. Now, you've also got the Empress, so she's the divine feminine. So you've very much got a culmination of 2 massive big energies. Now, you might find this begins in the month of January, whether the difference of opinion, whether the breakdown in communication, whether it's the beginning to sell the concept of something actually begins. But you need to know that no matter how uncomfortable, especially with the storm, you might get threatened with loss of job or anything, but you need to stick to your guns, because you will win this one. You will get that end result paying off. So we've got the 9 of Pentacles, peace of mind. The Empress, huge abundance in many, many different areas. So super, super card. Now, we've got door to romance here, so it's opening. So if you're in a relationship already, you may be being encouraged to find the romance again. What drew you together in the first place? Because life may have taken over and it's all about working and shopping and cleaning and kids and feeding and more shopping and more meals. It can be, or just the day-to-day grind. It's about bringing the romance back into your relationship. But the door is open, so it can be for somebody new. So if you're single and you get this card, look out. Because with it, we have the Fool. Now, the Fool isn't a fool. He's beginning his new journey. And the other cards may have said, you're so foolish, you don't do any risk assessment. And he would be saying, why would I be doing risk assessment? I know perfectly well it's going to turn out really, really well. I know that this is right for me. I know this is the beginning of a new stage of my life, a new part of my journey, and I'm very happy and very, very excited. So really, new beginning. And even though, as I mentioned, an established relationship, it can feel like the relationship turns that corner. That little bit of boredom, that little bit of day-to-day grind. It's about putting the effort in and getting a spark back and how it was before in the beginning. So the full, beautiful beginning of the journey. Now we have the Chariot. Huge success. This is about public recognition, riding home to being appreciated and lauded. It can be about certification sometimes. It can be about getting a diploma, getting a piece of paper, getting that something which marks the fact that you've passed something, you've succeeded, you've done it, you've accomplished, you're being respected because you've put the effort in, you've put the work in. This is not an overnight success. This has been a long road. So it's about putting the effort in as well. And the effort, which is now beginning to pay off, allows you to begin this new stage in your life. So it's super. So a quick recap of the tarot and the energy cards here is you will survive controversy. You will actually win the row, the fight, the arguments, the battle, because you may be battling to push your vision of something through. So you may have to be selling a concept, you may be selling an idea, you may be trying to take other people along with you. He's also a card of travel, big travel, so you might be trying to convince your family to move as well. So that's quite interesting. It just flashed up. But as I said, your way will be guided. You've got the Star. Massive abundance with the Empress in all areas. Big success. The Empress and the Chariot. And you will move. It may not be coming in this energy. Now, you need to know you're moving into abundance. You're moving into peace of mind. You're moving into things beginning to really manifest and become right. And what I love about this is a feeling of security and stability for me with this card. So you need to know that even if you're right now very dissatisfied, that you have all these good things coming in. You really do have a lot of good, a lot of manifestation going on here. So I really hope that you're good on your manifestation. If not, and you want to learn the stuff on my little YouTube channel, get you started. And I keep saying this, but it really is true for me especially. But law of attraction principles are so similar to CBT, cognitive behavior therapy principles, because it's all about identifying what's going on in my head. What do I want to achieve? Where am I blocking myself? So it's learning about the link between the thoughts, the feeling, and the behavior, because this is all about action, taking action. And yet the masculine energy is meeting very much with the divine feminine. So success, and you'll see it pay off. You'll see your trials and tribulation and the obstacles paying off. You may have an external occurrence which will push you out the comfort zone and challenge you, but it still comes right. You'll weather the storm. You really will weather it. So let's have a look at soul cards for Capricorn. Okay, Angel Spirits Guides. Let's have some. So I'm going to pull 3 soul cards. And with the soul cards, I'm asking Spirit to identify where you may have a little bit of a block, or you may have to concentrate or focus on something, or let something go. But let's see what they say. Empathy. Okay. I'm not surprised actually, because we've got 2 major hostility cards here, and empathy is saying I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So although you may be caught up in something, you're being asked by Spirit, just stand in their shoes for 2 seconds and imagine how they can possibly be feeling, because you are going to win this battle. Are you going to see them off with their tail between their legs, you know, or are you going to be quite kind and allow them to have some dignity? So think about empathy. And patience. Now, patience is running out because we have here that card I told you about. I'm fed up. Is this what I'm working? You know, I'm working all these hours. I'm working under these conditions. I'm fed up. And I did say to you earlier, Spirit would be asking you, hang on in there. Hang on in. So the Spirit card is patience and accepting that everything happens in divine order. So it's not human time and it's not your time or my time. It's when it's divine will. And blame. That's the second time that's come up today. Blame. So when all this kicks off, when you have all this controversy, this breakdown of communication, this this strife, and it will feel heavy to a certain degree. Blame. Are you going to blame someone else for what's going on in your life? Or are you going to accept responsibility for your part? Because it takes two to have a battle. It takes three or more even. But you need to accept your part. So Spirit would be saying, focus on empathy, patience, and blame. Right, now I'm going to use, where have they gone? Where have they gone? Oh, there they are. I'm going to pull 3 from the Enchanted Map. Let me have a quick casino shuffle. Okay, so Enchanted Map. And I love this because we're all on a journey. And these are beautiful cards. I just love the imagery on them. And I've started using them regularly instead of just as a one-off. So, Angel Spirits, guys, can we have 3 cards, please, from the Enchanted Map for Capricorn? Movement. Now, note the ostrich. What's the ostrich famous for? Burying its head. So there is definitely going to be no chance whatsoever of ignoring a situation, of not being involved in a situation. There is movement here. There's going to be, you're going to be part of something. And it's the beginning, it's the instigation of change and moving on to possibly a new way of being or operating. And we've got Magical Map Shifter. So that's about you rewriting your story. Where do you, this King of Wands, he's so driven and he's so focused. He's really following his dream. So what would you actually like to have happen? And because you're entering a period where anything is possible, you will be guided. You've got a new beginning. So how do you want to be in this new beginning? How do you want to portray yourself? And it's not about being false, it's about being authentic, but it's about starting without any baggage as well. And we have encouragement. So you may find yourself encouraging others or being encouraged yourself. And this is done with great kindness, great love, a beautiful, beautiful energy. So there we are for our, so we have movement, new beginning, full beginning in a new journey. Map shifter, changing, really changing. You're moving into a different way of being and a different way of living. You have huge abundance, so that gives you freedom to be who and how you want to be. And encouragement. Do you have a mentor? Are you being mentored? Is someone being kind and supporting you? Or are you supporting others on their journey? So I hope that made some sense to you. And I will pop this video on now. I look forward to seeing you again for next month. Please leave me a little comment if any of this resonates with you, or later on in the month if it does or it doesn't, because the more comments and people interacting will help and support my little channel. So I hope you did enjoy that, and please like and subscribe. I would be really grateful. Okay, that's super, and I'll see you next month. Bye.